the millionaire who gave up everything to marry an African warlord. A Swiss businesswoman once saw a Maasai warrior on a ship. She fell madly in love. She left everything behind to marry him. She had to live a primal life. She couldn't kiss or cook for the warrior. He wanted at least 8 children. But after just one, it was over. At 21, Corinne Hofmann opened a boutique. She sold bridal gowns, making a decent income. Corinne was engaged to a man named Marco. In 1986, they traveled from Switzerland to Kenya. Marco pointed at a guy who was on board with them. Corinne couldn't take her eyes off him. He looked divine, almost like a god. It turns out, he was Ilkatinga Lepromorio, a Maasai warrior. Half a year later, Corinne broke up with her fiancé. She decided to find the stranger she had met. She only had photographs in his remote location near Barcelona. Corinne searched for 3 months. Then she finally found Ilkatinga. She obtained Kenyan citizenship. The couple got married in 1988, just as Corinne had hoped. But the Maasai and Europeans had very different ideas about love. For one thing, the Maasai found kissing gross. They thought that the mouth was only for eating. Corinne was disappointed to learn this, but she loved Ilkatinga so much that she didn't let it stop her. The couple lived in a small hut made of cow dung and twigs. They had no running water or a bathroom. Corinne couldn't impress her husband with her cooking. The Maasai men and women ate separately. Men couldn't eat anything touched or looked at by a woman. There were other barriers as well. The warrior painted his face, wore a loincloth, carried a spear, and drank goat's blood. Corinne had to adapt to swarms of flies and eating goat meat. She had to deal with wild animals, malaria, and hunger. After a while, she opened a little shop. She sold maize and sugar to the locals. Corinne had sold her business back home. She used the money to purchase a 4-wheel drive truck. It allowed her to travel to the city for medicine and supplies. Ilkatinga wanted at least 8 children. He believed a second wife was necessary. But Corinne soon got pregnant herself. She became seriously ill. But she recovered and gave birth to their daughter, Naparai. Her husband was getting increasingly jealous. Corinne was the one handling all the business deals. But Ilkatinga accused her of fooling around with the customers. He kept talking about getting a second wife. He was getting controlling and physical with Corinne. So she knew what she had to do. She had to go back to Switzerland to provide a safe life for her daughter. In 1990, Corinne obtained a divorce and left. She continued to send money to Ilkatinga. She also wrote a book about her experiences. The White Maasai was a huge success. It has been translated into multiple languages. It was also made into a movie in 2005. Corinne has since written 4 other books. In 2010, she and her daughter returned to Kenya. They met with Ilkatinga and his 5 other children. Despite all the ordeal, Corinne wrote,
"The ties to them and Kenya have become stronger and indissoluble. Now I can really say that Africa is my passion."